Welcome and good day everyone. So today we are going to continue with the lecture 2 of 5 for topic 8 differentiation. So for this lecture we are going to continue with the second subtopic. Okay, this color is not nice, so I should change into yellow. So the second subtopic, which is the rule of differentiation. So the first subtopic is about the first principle, but usually to solve differentiation we will follow the rules here. Okay, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to apply the rules of differentiation. So actually we have 5 parts of rule of differentiation, but now we are focusing on only 4, which is the first one is basic rule, the second one is sum rule, the third one is product rule, and the last one is quotient rule. The other rules will continue with the next lecture. Okay, so what are the basic rule of differentiation? So the first one, if fx is a k equal to k, then the f prime x is equal to 0. So this k is actually a constant, means that the derivative of a constant function will have 0. And then the second one, if f of x is equal to x to the power of n. So we have x to the power of something, and then the derivative f prime x is equal to n multiplied by x to the power of n minus 1, means that we are decreasing the power by 1. And then this is called as the power rule. Okay, the third one, so if fx is equal to k multiplied by x to the power of n, so we have a coefficient for the x to the power of n. So the derivative f prime x is equal to k multiplied by nx to the power of n minus 1. So it's actually just write down the coefficient together. Okay, and we see the example here. So find derivative of fx equal to 8 and fx equal to 0.73. So both are constant, so the derivative should be equal to 0 for both. Okay, example 2, find derivative of x to the power of 4 and then x to the power of 3 over 2 and then 1 over x squared, and the last one is square root of x. So everything here can be simplified into x to the power of n. Why? Because by using the rule of indices, for example here x to the power of 4, it will be directly x to the power of n, where n is equal to 4. Here n equal to 3 over 2, but here 1 over x equal to x squared can be written as, yes, by applying the rule of indices, 1 over x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of negative n. So this is equivalent derivative of equal to x to the power of negative 2. So we have the power of negative 2 here. And then the other one, square root of x, can be written, so this square root is also the same as x to the power of, this is square root, so to the power of 2. So to the power of 1 over 2. So our n here is equal to 1 over 2. So let's see how to solve. So x to the power of 4 it will be, so we have to bring down the power 4 here to the front as the coefficient, and then the power will be minus 1. So it will be 4x to the power of 3. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. For b, x to the power of 3 over 2, so we should bring the power to the front, will be the coefficient, so it will be 3 over 2 of x to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1. So what is 3 over 2 minus 1? It's equivalent to 1 over 2, which is x to the power of 1 over 2 is equivalent to square root of x. So another method to write down this answer is equal to 3 over 2 of third x. This power of 1 over 2. So this is 1 over x squared, can be written as x to the power of negative 2. So we bring the power negative 2 to the front as the coefficient. So we have negative 2 of x to the power of negative 2 minus 1, which is equal to negative 3. So you can also write down the answer as negative 2 divided by x cubed. Okay, another method to write down. So we can write down here or here, the same thing. And question D, dx, derivative of square root of x. The square root of x can be written as x to the power of 1 over 2. So to differentiate this one, 1 over 2, we bring it as the coefficient of x, and then 1 over 2 power will be minus with 1, which is equal to negative 1 over 2. So how to simplify x power of negative 1 over 2? This is equivalent to 1 over x power of 1 over 2, which is equal to, yes, 1 over x power of 1 over 2 is equivalent to third x. So it will be 1 over 2 third x. Okay, so this is for the x power of n. Let's see the other example. So note the differentiation of a function should be with respect to the independent variable. So for example, y equal to f of x. So our independent variable is x. So x is not depend on anything, but y is depending on x. So to differentiate it, the differentiation of y is with respect to the independent variable x here. That's why dy respect to x, f prime x. Let's say here we have y is a function of h in term of t. So the independent variable is t. That's why it's dy dt or h prime of t, and so on. So now example 3, find the derivative of fx equal to 5x, and then gx equal to 3 pi x cubed, and then k of x equal to 12 divided by x. So everything here we have x power of something. This is power of 1, this is power of 3. This is power of 1, this is power of 3, and this is third x, which is x to the power of 1 over 2, and we have divide, it will be x power of negative 1 over 2. Okay, so everything here in the form of x power of n, and we also have the coefficient. So what are the coefficient? Here is 12, here is 3 pi, here is 5. So we have to write down the coefficient 2 as the answer. So for question A, fx is equal to 5x, then the derivative will be, so write down, so by step it will be 5 of x to the power of 1 minus 1. So it will be 5 to the power of x to the power of 0, which is equal to 5. Okay, and then for B, it will be, so we write down the k first, which is 3 pi, and then x is the power of, okay, so here, so I should write down the method, the step. So here the g prime x is equal to, so we write down the k 3 pi, and then we differentiate the x to the power of 3. So how to differentiate x to the power of 3? So we bring the coefficient 3 to the front, so it will be 3 multiplied with x to the power of, the power n is 3 minus 1. So everything here is multiply, this is multiply, or you can put in a bracket. So simplify everything, so this 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. So pi x power of 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. That's why the answer is 9 pi x squared. And then for question C, k of x is equal to 12 of divided by square root of x. So after we simplify, it will be 12 of x power of negative 1 over 2. So the k prime x, so we write down the 12, and then we bring the power negative 1 over 2 to the front. So negative 1 over 2 multiplied by 12, and the x will be the power of negative 1 over 2 minus 1. So simplify everything, the coefficient here will be negative 6. And then this x power of negative 1 over 2 minus 1 is equivalent to negative 3 over 2. Okay, so please do step by step like this, not like question A and B. So so that you won't do some careless mistake. Okay, so the sum rule of differentiation. So this is the second part of the differentiation. Okay, rule of differentiation. So sum rule, if u of x and v of x are differentiable function, the derivative of fx equal to u of x plus v of x is f prime x equal to u prime x plus v prime x, and the derivative of fx equal to u prime x minus v u of x minus v of x is equal to f prime x equal to u prime x minus v prime x. So this is addition. So we just have to add. Yeah, we have to just add the derivative. Okay, we can do this separately or together directly. And then we also have the subtraction here. Okay, so the derivative also will be the subtraction between the two function. Okay, subtraction. So example, fx, find the f prime x for each of the following. So we have fx equal to 2x squared minus third 5x. 5 third x, sorry. And then the question B is 3 third x plus 2 of third divided by third x plus third 2. Okay. So everything here is addition between, for the first question is subtraction between two functions. And for B, it's addition between three functions. So we just have to find the derivative of each of the function, each of the expression, and you do the subtraction or addition. So for question A, so we differentiate each of the terms. So f prime x will be, so to differentiate 2x squared. So how to differentiate 2x squared is, it's in the form of kx power of n, right? So differentiate kx power of n is equal to k of n x power of n minus 1. So it will be 4x. So 2 multiplied by 2, and then x power of 2 minus 1 will be power of 1. And then for 5 third x, this third can be changed into power of 1 over 2. So we need to multiply 1 over 2 and 5. So it will be 5 over 2 and x power of 1 over 2 power of 1 over 2 minus 1. Okay, so 1 over 2, 1 minus 1 over 2 minus 1 is equal to negative 1 over 2. Okay, so do some simplification. So we have its answer as 4x minus 5 over 2. And then this x power of 1 over 2 is x1 over x power of 1 over 2, which is third x. So this is the answer. Okay, so for question B, f of x equal to 3 third x plus 2 over third x plus third 2. So differentiate each item. So the third x here can be written as x power of 1 over 2. And 2 over third x can be written as 2 of x power of negative 1 over 2, applying the rule of indices. And then the third 2, it will be third 2 lah, because third 2 is a constant. We don't have x there. So differentiate each of the items. So what we need to do in the form of kx power of n, it will be k multiplied by the n itself. So 3 multiplied by 1 over 2 and multiplied by x power of 1 over 2 minus 1. So 1 over 2 minus 1 will be negative 1 over 2. And then for 2 of x power of negative 1 over 2, so negative 1 over 2 multiplied by 2. And then the x should be to power of negative 1 over 2 minus 1, which is equal to negative 3 over 2. And differentiate third 2. Third 2 is a constant, so it should be 0 lah. And now just simplify everything. So we have 3 over 2 third x, because x power of negative 1 over 2 equal to divide by third 2. And then this negative 1 over 2 multiplied by 2 is negative 1 multiplied by x power of negative 3 over 2, which is, we can eliminate the negative to be negative of 1 over x power of 3 over 2. So this is the answer. Okay, this is for B. Now continue. The next basic rule of differentiation is product rule. So if ux equal to v of x are differentiable function, so the derivative of fx equal to u of x multiplied with v of x. So this is multiplication between two functions, two terms, is f prime x equal to vx multiplied with u prime x plus ux multiplied by v prime x. Okay, you see it looks complicated, right? Okay, so usually for this one, I will write down if f is equal to uv, so it should be in terms of x, the same independent variable. So the f prime will be uv, u prime, v prime. So I will find out what is our u, what is our v, separate it, and then find the derivative of u and v. So the formula will be in the form of cross fish. What are cross fish? So look at this. So v u prime plus u v prime plus. So the answer will be u multiplied with v. The formula will be v multiplied by u prime and then plus with u multiplied by v prime. It starts from the right side at the top. U v prime. So we have v u prime plus u v prime. So we call it as cross fish product rule. Okay, to make it easy. So this is how I sketch fish during my school. Okay, this is our fish during my school time. So it's easy to remember lah. It's cross fish form. Easier way to sketch the cross fish form. Okay, so the product rule can be written as derivative of u multiplied by v is equal to v u prime plus u v prime. Okay, v u prime plus u v prime. So let's see some example. So find the differentiate each of the following function px equal to 3x squared minus 1 all multiplied with 7 plus 2x cubed. And then fx equal to 2 over x plus 1 all multiplied by 1 over x squared minus 3. So usually you guys will have to expand everything and then differentiate, right? So if we want to skip the expansion method, what we can do is to label it as, yes, two terms, two function, or two expression. So for question A, let's say we separate it into the u equal to 3x squared minus 1 and the v equal to 7 plus 2x cubed. And then what we need to do, label the u and v and then differentiate u prime, u and differentiate v. So differentiate u, what do we get here is this 3, we need to bring it to the front, multiply with the coefficient, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6 and then x power of 2 minus 1 which is equal to x only. So u prime is equal to 6x. How about v? V equal to 7 plus 2x cubed. So constant 7. So it will be 0. And then v prime will be this 3 multiplied by 2. So 6x power of 3 minus 1 which is equal to 2. So we have these 2 as u prime and v prime. Now applying the rule of the product rule. So what do we have? So by using the cross fish, I will have v u prime minus u v prime. So add up this one. So v is 7 plus 2x squared, 2x cubed, and then multiply by u prime is 6x, and then plus with the u which is 3x squared minus 1 multiplied by v prime which is equal to 6x squared. And then now you just have to expand and simplify everything lah. Or you can actually factorize out 6x. Here we have 6x, here we have 6x squared. It's up to you lah. So you can expand and then simplify everything, or you can just factorize out the common factor for each of the terms here, each of the expressions. So if we factorize out the 6x, we have in the bracket of 7 plus 2x cubed plus with, so what's left is 1x. So it will be 3x cubed minus x, or you can just expand later lah. So but step by step will be 7 plus 2x cubed plus 3x cubed minus 1. So 2x cubed plus 3x cubed will be 5x cubed. And then minus x here, minus x and then plus with 7. So the answer is 6x multiplied by 5x cubed minus x plus 7. Okay, so let's see question B. So we have multiplication between two expressions, which is 2 over x plus 1 with 1 over x squared minus 3. So if we use the product rule, we label u equal to 2 over x plus 1 and then v equal to 1 over x squared minus 3. So differentiate each of the expressions. So u prime is equal to, So this 2 over x equivalent to 2x minus 1. So differentiate, we get negative 2 of x power of negative 2 plus 0. And then for v prime, this 1 over x squared is equivalent to x power of negative 2. So v prime is equal to negative 2 of x multiplied to power of negative 2 minus 1, which is equal to negative 3 and plus with 0. Now applying the product rule. So we have vu prime minus uv prime ataupun vu prime minus uv prime. By using the crossfish, we get 1 over x squared minus 3 or x power of negative 2 minus 3 multiply with u prime, which is equal to negative 2 of x power of negative 2 plus with u, which is equal to 2x to the power of negative 1 plus 1, and then multiply with negative 2 of x power of negative 3. Okay, now if you see this expression, all of this expression, we can see that negative 2 here, negative 2 here is a common factor, and we have x power of negative 2 and x power of negative 3. So which one is smaller between x power of negative 2 and x power of negative 3? The smaller one should be the more negative one lah. So means that we can factorize out negative 2 to the power of x, negative 2x power of negative 3. So if we factorize negative 2x power of negative 3, let's see, I do the factorization. So negative 2x power of negative 3. So what's left here is x negative 2 minus 3 multiplied by, so if we factorize out, let's say 2x plus 4. If we factorize out 2, what we need to do, we have to divide by 2 each term, right? So the same thing here, if we factorize out negative 2x cubed from negative 2x squared, means that we have to divide lah. Negative 2x power of negative 2 divide with negative 2x power of negative 3. So this is cancelled out. So here divide is will be x power of negative 2 minus negative 3. So it will be plus 3 minus 2 will be 1. So we left with x here. And then plus with 2x power of negative 1 plus 1. Because we take out everything here. So what's left is negative 2x power of negative 3 in a bracket. Here is x power of negative 1 minus 3x plus 2 of x negative 1 plus 1. So will be negative 2 of x, sorry for the limited space. So it will be negative 2x power of negative 3 in a bracket of 2x power of negative 1 and x power of negative 1 is 3x power of negative 1 minus 3x plus 1. Right? Okay, after that, what do we have as the result will be, you can expand or you can just left it like this. Okay, so this is the final answer if we use the factorization of negative 2x power of negative 3. But if you don't want to make it a mess like this, you also can expand. It's depend on you. It's up to you. So maybe we cannot determine there is a common factor for each of the parts. So what you need to do is just expand as usual. So we expand x squared with negative 2 of x power of negative 2. So it will be negative 2x power of negative 4. And here negative 3 multiplied with negative 2 of x power of negative 2 will be positive 6 of x power of negative 2. Here it will be negative 4 of x power of negative 4. And then here is negative 2 of x power of negative 3. So expand as usual, simplify everything. So we have power of negative 4. Both here is negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. And then we have plus with 6x power of negative 2. And we have minus 2 of x power of negative 3. So this is the final answer. It should be the same as the other method we do. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to expand or you can factorize out the common factor that you see in the expression. Okay, so the last rule for this lecture is the quotient rule of differentiation. So the thing for this one is almost the same as the product rule. The difference is that for this one is fx is equal to u of x divided by vx. So we have division here. So the formula will be, so easier for you, it's u v. So we have u prime and v prime. So it's the same. So it will be v u prime minus u v prime. Okay. So if we see, we use v u prime and then minus with u and then v prime. So it's still the same as the product rule, v u prime minus u v prime. So because it's division, so it will be minus. Okay, minus, and then the extra thing for the quotient rule is we have to divide with v square. So the easiest, the formula will be f prime equal to v u prime minus u v prime over v square. Okay, so the form here, if you see, the form here is the same as product rule, but we have subtraction here. Okay, so let's continue with example. So the example here is differentiate each of the following function of x squared plus 2 divided by 3x minus 1. For b, fx equal to x squared minus 1 divided by x power 4 plus 1. Okay, we cannot separate it. So what you need to do is to directly use the quotient rule. Okay, we cannot separate this because we have not only one thing, because we have addition between two terms here. Okay, so we have to apply the quotient rule. So what we have for u will be the numerator. So this is our u, and v will be the denominator. So what is u? U equal to x squared plus 2 and v equal to 3x minus 1. So find the derivative for each of the u and v. So for u prime equal to 2x, v prime equal to 3. And then substitute into the formula, it will be v u prime minus u v prime. So v is 3x minus 1 multiplied with u prime, which is equal to 2x minus u minus u of u is equal to x squared plus 2 multiplied with v prime, which is equal to 3, and divide by v square. So v is 3x minus 1, so square the 3x minus 1. Now simplify the numerator. What do we have for the numerator? It's equal to 3x multiplied by 2x is equal to 6x squared. Negative 1 multiplied by 2x, negative 2, and negative x squared multiplied by 3 is negative 3x squared, and negative of 2 multiplied by 3 is negative 6. So simplify the top one, 6x squared minus 3x squared will be 3x squared, minus 2x minus 6 divided by 3x minus 1 all square. You don't have to expand the numerator, so this is the simple form for the numerator. Okay, for b, the last example, fx equal to x squared minus 1 over x power 4 plus 1. So which one is the u, which one is the v? So numerator is u, denominator is v. So find u and v. So you have u equal to x squared minus 1 and v equal to x power 4 plus 1. So u prime is equal to 2x. So v prime is equal to 4x power of 3. So you should expert in using the basic rule already lah. Okay, so practice makes perfect. Okay, so for u and v, so for u, so what is the formula for the quotient rule? It will be v u prime minus u v prime. So we have x power of 4 plus 1 multiplied by 2x, and then minus with x squared u is x squared minus 1 multiplied by the v prime, which is equal to 4x cubed, and divided by v squared, which is x power 4 plus 1 all square. Now just simplify the top one, so we get So expand, x power 4 multiplied by 2x will be 2x power 5. 1 multiplied by 2x is 2x. And negative of x squared multiplied by 4x cubed will be negative of 4x power 5. And then the last one, negative of negative 1 multiplied by 4x cubed will be positive of 4x cubed. So for x5, here it will be negative 2 of x power 5 plus 4x cubed, and then the last one is plus 2x divided by x power 4 plus 1 all square. So this is our final answer lah. So just apply the quotient rule. Okay, so you have to remember, make your note on this basic these rules of differentiation. So we have 4 right now. We have the basic, we have the sum, we have the product, and we have the quotient rule. So put it in your note so that you can do the exercises by following your notes only. Okay, that's all. Thank you.